Welcome back to Yeah the Girls. We're super excited to be joined as always with Gunj and G. This podcast is brought to you by Gatorade's new Fast Twitch energy drink. We're super excited, girls. We've just come off the back of unfortunately a little bit of a loss over the weekend, but we've got a great episode. We're going to talk about the game, how that went. We've also got Piper Dunlop coming on as a guest this week to talk through her debut game, which is really super exciting. We'll have a little bit of a chat about this week and what it looks like against Adelaide, and of course, our Yeah the Girls leaderboard and where that's sitting after round one. So lots to chat about, but let's start off with what hit your Twitch this week, girls. Do you want to start us off, GG, with what hit your Twitch this week?
I would have to say it was Sunday morning, head down the beach. It was a beautiful day and the water freezing but stunning. Got myself out in the ocean. I was running around on the spot looking like an absolute wacko, but I loved it. It was honestly just what I needed. Sometimes there was a lot of good things from the game, but you come off a loss and I just needed to just
submerge.
And I did. It was amazing. That hit my Twitch.
Oh, I love that. What about you, darling?
On Saturday, I actually had my school friends come down. I don't know why I call them school friends, because I've been friends
out of school for
over 10 years. And we've been friends for like almost 25 years, a little group of us. And they've all got partners too as well. And so we all went for a beautiful lunch on Sunday after they came to the game Saturday night. And I just feel like I just leave that feeling so full, and my cup is so full, because you can never underestimate a long-term friendship. And, you know, we dreamt about going out with our partners, all going for lunch and dinners and holidays and things, which we get to do now, which is pretty awesome. So that hit my Twitch this week.
I love that.
We love some cup filling activities.
Absolutely.
And Saturday for me as well, post game, obviously you guys have heard me talk about my housemates all the time, but Remy, the gorgeous little darling she is, she looked after me after the game, made us homemade pizzas for dinner.
Yum.
We played a game that we'll actually play later in this podcast, believe it or not, but it was really fun. And I also had my sister come down, so she really filled my cup and we had a little sleepover. So
beautiful.
That is what hit my Twitch this weekend as well, ladies. But let's chat a little bit about the game. Yeah. You know, we always come up against the Kangaroos and it's always a fierce fight as always. But, you know, to play round one here at GMHBA Stadium, the weather was a bit random, wasn't it?
I remember going out, kicking on the field before the game. Beautiful sun. It was actually so hot. And then we go out to warm up as a team and it is pouring rain and disgusting. So
it was a bit awkward, wasn't it? But yeah, how did you find it out there, G?
Yeah, absolutely. It was, I mean, it then rolled into the game. I think we had a beautiful first half. We had the sunshine back out, and then second half we got some wet weather footy. I think we have had our review and we can't question the pressure that we brought on the day. So I think we've touched on that a lot in our last two podcasts for the start of this year around that was a focus in our off season. And I think that you just couldn't question that around the ground. You know, we'll get to, I know for me, it was hard to find my 3 votes for team lifting moments because that pressure that was applied, there was so many across the board. And then I think it just came to, in the end, probably some ball movement, which is something that we'll obviously go into this week a lot, and just getting it off the line a bit more and away from probably some predictable footy that we fell in. Yeah. Conditions, yes, they come into it, and that pressure factor as defenders were under the pump. But we have looked at that already, and it'll be great to train that this week.
Absolutely. I feel like North Melbourne and us, we almost play a similar brand of football when we come up against each other, because it is so fierce in the contest and it's quite forward moving for them, and being under pressure as a defensive unit, you sort of have that fatigue feeling where it's like I'm going to resort quite safe down the line, etc. But I'm definitely excited for us to open up, you know, what we bring best to our team as well, and you know, that movement and carry and run and spread. And as you said, G, like the weather doesn't help that inside to out movement, but that's something we just got to get better at as a team as well.
Completely.
But overall, I do believe that our first phase was quite good. It's probably that sort of second phase where we just lapsed a little bit, that the Kangaroos sort of got over the top of us, especially in that fourth quarter.
Yeah, I think our third quarter was still quite positive. You know, their defence looked really under the pump. We kept them inside 50 for quite a long time, but we just couldn't get on the scoreboard. A few kicks out on the full or a few misses, and so we didn't get to put that pressure on the scoreboard that we would have liked, and it probably would have turned the game around a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely. I think probably looking at some of because there was a lot of positives come out of it. Crocky was in there fighting a good fight. She kicked 2 goals for the day. Michaela Bowie was huge up the ground for us in situations where undersized, outnumbered, a 2v1 and would either win it or bring it to ground. So I think that there was some, and you girls can touch on a few more, some really great performances that probably gave us a bit of a buzz when we needed to, so we didn't really fall out of the game.
Yeah, no.
100%.
Your performance, Gigi, also really great, which I'm sure I'll get to later.
Absolutely. I also wanted to quickly shout out Jackie as well. I thought her 1v1 work up the ground was super, and to take a couple of contested marks there when we needed her, and was a real general down there when we had Dubs come out early.
And Nina's, I think she had 4 or 5 smothers, which was incredible. So really great pressure on the ball too from Nines.
Absolutely. And we can't shy away. We'll have Piper on in a minute to have a little chat about her debut game, but she was huge for us as well, especially coming back in defence. I'll speak a little bit about her too probably in the next little bit, but she was awesome. And then even to have our little girl Killer come out there and play a really good role for us and put her pressure there foremost was really good to see. So
yeah, it's a great first game to have North, and she definitely would have felt the heat. I think that'd be one of the strongest games from that perspective when we are under the pump. So if she can take that, I tell you what, she can take on anything.
It's all up from here. Absolutely.
Absolutely. But we're super excited. We've got obviously Adelaide this week on Sunday, and we'll be travelling over there together, which is super fun. The girls 3-2-1 votes as well. Fast Twitch, a new energy drink from Gatorade. Start fast with 0 sugar, over 100 milligrams of caffeine and electrolytes. Are you ready to hit the Twitch? Available in Cool Blue, Grape and Strawberry Lemonade. Proud sponsors of Yeah The Girls podcast.
And we are back with one of our very exciting guests this week, our debutante, Piper Dunlop. Welcome to the pod.
Thanks for having me.
How do you sound in the microphone, darling? Nice and crispy?
Oh, it's lovely.
Very good, very good.
Love chatting in these.
Now, Pipes, a really exciting week for you. You obviously debuted this week and had an awesome game. We'll get into your game in a little bit, but I did want to start off with talking a little bit about your basketball journey. Now, you played WNBL for Bendigo Spirit. Could you talk to us a little bit about that basketball journey and what you've taken from basketball and how that has led into your football journey?
Yeah, I was lucky enough. I got picked up by Bendigo Spirit when I was 17, right when COVID hit. So I got to go to a full hub experience in Queensland, which was like very exciting as a kid going through high school. And then got signed on for another 2 years. So I played another 2 years with Bendigo Spirit after that. Went to go play overseas, and my visa got knocked back. And then
where were you going to play?
In England.
Oh, awesome!
Yeah.
Wow. How come your visa got knocked back though? How does that work?
So basically, we Basketball Australia just bets England in the qualifiers for Worlds. So England put on a new rule that no one under the age of 22 could come like as a rookie like to the league because they wanted to build like their young generation. So 3 weeks I had flown all my luggage over there. My brother and I went backpacking, and I didn't have any of my favorite pieces, any of my favorite clothes for like months.
The worst.
Oh, honestly, like out of all the things that could happen, that was the worst. No. But so I flew over there, and I got there and they said no, so we're so sorry, like your visa isn't so like unless you want to be here for 8 months and not get paid. And I was like, I just don't really know how I'm going to live like that.
Oh gosh.
So I flew back in, and that's kind of where football came in. I was a bit upset with the whole thing, and then I realised that I could probably just go train with a football club because I was running WNBL was for VFLW, and just fell in love with the sport. Fell in love with learning a new sport. But that was kind of my journey here.
Do you want to tell the listeners was that last year that you started kicking the footy around for the first time?
Yeah, it was the start of last year, January. One of my mates knew Abby Howard and the recruiter for the VFLW side, and she was like, oh, do you know any tall basketballers? And as a joke, she threw my name in being like, oh my God, Pipe would love this. She's so on code with her feet. And
Love this.
And so literally is the message I got is like, oh my God, you would not believe what I just did for you. Imagine you kicking a football. And then, so I keep sending her videos being like, well, I actually can kick. So
That's epic.
Wow, that's awesome.
I did not realise that's how
amazing.
you first came to the VFLW.
Yeah,
That is so cool.
That's pretty cool. And is there anything like, I don't know, skill-wise, game-wise, anything that you've really taken from basketball that you sort of use now?
Yeah, I think I really love the basketball. Like, it's very, very structured, and like it's a lot of like little like slip passes. It's very, very intimate, I feel like, and you need to know your teammates really well. I found it really difficult at the start coming to football, being like, I first off don't know anyone, how they play, but then also like it's such a huge field, so like these little slip passes just. I'm like, there's just no slip passes.
Yeah.
But I think then it was really exciting because I was like, these handball chains, these get pretty exciting.
Handball receives, especially from Becky.
Oh, 100%.
Piper, I'm on. No, I love that. Do you want to explain a little bit about, coming into the AFLW program and being in an elite environment? I know like basketball is an elite environment too, but having all these girls around you and your coaching staff and, to sort of get onto a list in general and, your pre-season so far and how that was for you.
Yeah, it was very strange. I feel like basketball, especially like the situations I was in, was very, very professional. It was very well run by like very experienced captains and very experienced coaches. Bendigo had been around for a really long time. So it was in that regard, I was like, I just didn't know how different it would be. And it's just this, like, GMHBA is incredible. From like what I came from being like, yeah, I've experienced some pretty high level stuff, but this is just, it's next level. Even like showing my parents around, I'm like, and this and this and this, and they're like, you've never looked this excited since like you were 12 and got given a basketball. But then, so I feel like that's been really exciting on this journey of like learning all this new stuff with football, all this new environment. New coaches. I also found football coaches are just so lovely. I don't know, like, I know, like, I'm very much an athlete that just, like, needs a bit of a pat on the back sometimes because I'm very, like, self-critical.
I think we all are as well at this level, isn't it? You sort of break down your own game just as much as any coach ever does. So to have that sort of reassurance from your coaching is super important, isn't it?
Yeah, no, 100%. And I think I got a hand out to Flinny first because she was my VFLW coach. And I remember when I debuted for them, she, like, at the end of the game, I was like, oh, like, how did I go? Like, what do I need to work on? She went, mate, you did so well. We are so proud of you. And I nearly, like, bawled.
Oh, that's good.
And then my first train-on experience was with Dan. And Dan came up to me and he was like, hey, Flinny let me know that, like, you really like feedback and you like knowing the drills beforehand. This is your ruck coach who was Sarge at that point in time.
Yeah.
And he was like, this is your coach. If you have any questions, if you need to step out at any drill, this is your guy. Like, go. We will never blink an eye. We'll never question it. Just, like, until you're ready and then go out on the field. And I was like, what is this? Like, am I being gaslit? Like, this is how nice football coaches are. Yeah. And then, like, ever since, I've just felt that same level of support from, like, everyone in this program. And, like, I mean, you girls included, it's just been so, like, open arms, warm. Like, I don't really know much about football, but yeah, I feel like you guys have just taken me under your wing and just pulled me along.
It is interesting, isn't it, the difference in, I know that we've briefly spoken now and then, culturally, as you're talking about in the environment, the professionalism and the resourcing and everything of basketball to football. And they both have their strengths, but I can just completely relate to everything you've said there because it's a very arms open environment, and probably because it's so multifaceted, I feel like everyone has that approach to the game and to new players and even existing ones that there's so many parts to the game. So I think you've articulated that so well, Pipe.
Yeah, it's great that we've got that feedback from you too, Dal, around that feeling that you get through these four walls. Like, it's definitely unknown that Geelong has that feeling about it. But let's talk a little bit about your debut game, how you got told, how the emotions were feeling. Leading into the game, what did you get up to before the bounce and all that sort of stuff, telling your family especially?
Yeah, well, I got told actually on the Monday, and it was because I was talking to Dan and he was like, we had just gone through hit taps and like tap zones and if this doesn't work, we'll do this and this and this. And he comes up to me, he goes, hey, we didn't actually check. Are you okay with those hit zones? Like, I keep forgetting you're a first year ruck and we should probably be checking in and making sure you're comfortable before we just say like, oh, you should tap here and here and here and we'll do this. And I was like, oh, like, yeah, no, I'm happy to do whatever you want. Like, I'm happy to like, yeah, I'll bend wherever you need me to go. Like, and then he goes, yeah, that's great. And I was like, oh, also, that's on the premise that I'm playing. Like, I don't want to like be arrogant and be like, oh, like, yeah, I'll be the starting ruck. Like, on like, you know, I've never played AFLW before. And he just looks at me and he goes, you're our only ruck, mate. Obviously you're playing.
That's so good.
And in my head I was like, well, I just didn't want to sound like an arse.
Yeah. Also, don't want to discredit that, yes, ruck is primarily your dominant position, but don't discredit the fact that you've earned that too. You've learned. I know that you've been working alongside Dubs, who stood us up for us last year. Erica has previous ruck experience and was doing some work there, but don't discredit Pipe because you've had a phenomenal since you got back on the track pre-season, and particularly your practice matches. I know that we gave, as a defensive group, you our doubles partner award, which won't make sense to anyone else listening, but basically the way you supported the defence, crucial marks. We spoke about it in the pod, so I love that attitude, but do not discredit yourself because it wasn't just that you are purely the only ruck girl. You've been dominating.
And I feel like you feel like a 6th or 7th defender sometimes for us. So we feel very connected to you as well. So
don't want to steal your thunder. Keep going.
Please keep going.
How did you feel out on the field, Dull? Like running out for the first time with the banner, the fans were amazing, all that was going on. How was it?
Yeah, it was pretty surreal. It was like just trying to take in like the whole atmosphere, and the crowd was going crazy. And then I realised I actually had never run under a banner.
Wow.
Or like through a banner.
They're terrifying. They never get easier.
No. So I think that kind of like panic had set in of like, I've seen on TikTok like people getting absolutely clotheslined. And I was like, this would be the running story of AFLW if the debutante gets knocked out.
Oh my God.
Before the centre bounce.
I love it.
So I think, yeah, it was very surreal, but that was a real fear of mine. And then so I just made sure I followed. And then I followed Prez, and I was like, oh, Prez is too little that she's actually lifting it straight up, so I can't duck under with it. So no, it was fun. But no, it was definitely crazy just running out and then standing there and then just like taking in, like, I know we train here, but it just doesn't just feel the same.
Yeah.
Hey, on game day is just crazy. And then seeing your debut, like me and Killer's like thing up on the screen, I was like, wow, this is just like, what is my life right now?
It's pretty cool. Were you nervous?
Yeah, I was bricks. Can I say that? Sorry.
Yeah,
just go with it.
Okay. Yeah, I was so nervous. I remember going up to my first centre bounce, and it was at the point where I was like, oh my God, my legs are like so numb. Like they just like have been shaking this whole time. I actually don't know if I'm going to be able to jump.
Yeah.
And I just remember looking at Nina, and Nina's like, you're good, kid. You're good. And I was like, okay, we're fine. Just tap the ball.
It's actually credit to you because I feel like even round one, like no matter how many years we've been playing, I still get a little bit nervous, but I feel lucky that I'm not that first touch of the game. So you can get into it a little bit, but you literally debuting in first touch, so you got to get your hands on it straight away. So it's credit.
Yeah, well, my brother actually came up to me after the game, and because obviously basketball, you can have 10 girls on a side, but like 7 of them play.
Yeah.
Especially if it's a tight game. Like your bench, they don't really use you too much. And he's like, wow, coming from basketball where you bench warmed and now you're the first touch of the game.
We love it. We love
like,
brothers.
Some brotherly love, like no tomorrow.
Classic.
Hilarious. Your family were all excited for you?
Yeah, they were pretty stoked.
That's unreal. Well, I mean, you touched on there around Nina obviously giving you just that little bit of confidence prior to the first ball up. I would love for you to talk to, you've articulated beautifully before how important it is to be a good teammate. That was something that I remember we were going around in one of our midfield meetings, one of the days that I was in there, and then I was moved on pretty quickly, but and it was talking about how your strengths come into the side, what you want to bring in your position, and I just feel like you speak to that so beautifully, so I would love for you to share with the listeners.
Yeah, I think like for context, like football is just such a huge field, and it was just so prevalent to me when I was watching, is it like there's just like not one player that will like win you a game.
Yeah.
Where like with basketball, sometimes you're like, wow, my point guard hit 12 points in about 3 minutes and just won us this game. Like, no, like, I feel with football, it was just such like you have to have so much like consistency, and it really is like the weakest link is the part of your strongest chain. So I feel like that was really powerful when I came to football, especially in the VFLW. Was like there's actually no pressure on anyone's shoulders, like just individually. It's just such a team. Like if your backline's broken, then like you're not getting it to your forward line. Yep. So it just has to have so much like depth in your team, and I feel like that was really powerful coming in, because I was like, wow, I just love being a part of a team where everyone is just so supportive of everyone, and everyone needs to succeed for this team to succeed. It was no one's individual success. It's just, oh, that's why we won, is because this player played well. It was like, well, we won because our backline didn't stop talking, and like the way they moved the ball in our midfield then supported that, and it was just this chain effect of everyone doing their thing and doing their piece and doing what they're good at to then build this team. So I felt like that was really, really special. So I just was like, oh, that's been me since day dot, especially in basketball, like an assist. Oh, I love that. So yeah, I just feel like as a basketballer, I was always like, this is a team sport. And football, I feel like has just opened the gates to being able to experience that tenfold.
Love
Mic
that.
drop.
Oh my
Sorry.
God.
That was just, as I said, you articulate it so well. And it's something that I think Nina spoke to beautifully in your jumper presentation, because we have felt that from the minute you've stepped in these four walls, and it's not something that you need to always speak to. It's just the way that you hold yourself. So I love that. Let's get a clip of that.
Yeah.
Let's put it up pre-game.
Now, Pipes, we've talked a lot of footy, but let's talk a little bit more about you. I know you're studying as well, studying physiotherapy, but have you got other interests as well outside of footy that you're into, obviously besides basketball too?
Well, look, I was a bit of a basketball head, so that very much took up my life. Now I'm trying to learn footy, so I have watched so much footy in the last year. It should be studied.
Hobbies outside of footy. Footy.
But no, so the whole I play the guitar.
Oh, very nice.
Gigi could sing.
Oh my goodness.
Pipes could bring the guitar in.
And we'll beatbox.
That's so cool.
Excellent. Yeah, no, my twin brother, I love my twin brother.
I didn't know you were
Wait,
a twin.
I actually had no idea that you're a twin. This is wild.
Yeah. No, he just graduated from the police academy. I'm very proud of him.
Oh my God, amazing.
Wait, so how many siblings?
So I have four. I have a twin brother, an older brother, and a younger sister.
Why did I not know that you were a twin? We
yeah.
are terrible teammates. What the?
Blew my mind. Okay.
Yeah.
Continue.
So yeah, I just loved him so much, and I wanted to do anything he did. And he started learning the guitar when he was like 9.
Oh my God.
And it itched me.
Yeah.
So I begged my mum and dad to buy me a guitar for like Christmas, and they finally did. And that sit my brother down, Tully, and he's like, "We know you started guitar, but you can't own it. That can't be your thing." Like Piper and like my older brother's also going to start learning guitar. And he was so shattered.
Who's better?
Oh my God.
Who's better at it?
Oh goodness. Tully, love you so much, Tully. He cannot sing. So but he's a great guitarist. Just like just the riffs, like he can get up
What
and down.
sort of guitar?
Like acoustic.
Everything. Yeah.
He loves a bit of everything. I know he brought an electric guitar like as soon as he started making any kind of money.
Oh my God.
But yeah, my older brother's very talented. He can sing very well.
Can you sing?
That means yes.
That means yes.
Yeah.
A good singer never says they can sing.
Post-season, I can't wait for this. Around the fire.
No, I think it's good that G can sing, and then I'll just.
Why don't you
back up.
duet?
Beautiful.
Let's
Oh
go.
my gosh.
we're doing
Let's get
that.
a little clip on
That's
that.
happening.
So does that
love
mean, because you live with Tipper, which is a fellow ruck, Caitlin Tipping, and does she get to hear you? What's it like at home? How do you go?
Yeah, it was really hard, I think, because I don't like performing in front of people. It's very much like my thing. It was something that I took up like to basketball tournaments and stuff, but I would play it like by myself just to like calm me before games. So it became very much like very much a calming tool, or like before or after games. If I played a bad game, I was definitely on the guitar afterwards just singing my woes. But
Oh my God, this is great.
but so I feel Tipper's definitely heard me. She's definitely been like, Piper, come out to the lounge room. But no, I can't say it comes out too often.
Well, hopefully before the end of the season, or maybe at end of season, we'll get something Maybe you can be our. You could be
an
our
F.
intro song.
Oh,
New intro song for Yeah the Girls.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Oh my God. All right. Cool.
Love Amazing. Well, Pipe, we're not going to let you go just yet. We are going to play a little game with you. We're not going to do what we did with Tom last week because you would know your teammates' voices a little bit better. Yeah. But we've got one that has been going around on TikTok again at the moment, and it's the imposter game. Are you familiar with it?
I am familiar, yes.
Amazing.
Chronically online.
Yes, beautiful. Well,
we all are.
For our listeners, so that they have a bit of an idea, basically between the four of us, one of us is going to be the imposter. The other three will all have a word. And basically we'll go one by one and we each say a word that relates to this keyword. And then that way the imposter has to give it their best shot. And at the end of a few rounds, producer Jessie will give us a 3, 2, 1 and we'll all have to point and try and pick out who the imposter is. So we will give it a go. We'll get our first word.
I'm nervous.
All right. We've got our word. And now we're starting with you, Piper.
Okay. Cold.
Which direction are we going?
We'll go.
To Gunj. Okay.
Strawberry.
Metal.
Taste buds.
Okay. Chocolate.
Parlour.
Cup.
Straw.
Is that it? Do we do 2 rounds, Jessie?
One more round.
One more round.
Wow, you got whoever's the
I think I know who
really
the
well.
imposter is.
This is so rogue. But like pancakes.
Scoop.
Sprinkles.
Tasty.
All right.
So now we'll do a 3, 2, 1.
Yep. GG.
G.
It was ice cream.
Ice cream.
Was it ice cream?
Yeah.
Well, it wasn't
Do you
too
know
bad
what?
then.
You
What
didn't
did I
do too
say?
bad. It was the
Taste
straw.
buds.
It was the straw that
You did
really.
all right. What,
Damn it,
What threw
straw.
me was Becky
You said-
saying metal.
Yeah,
Metal.
That
I was like, metal
completely-
scoop. I
No,
did
I
not
got
try
it.
to make it be
Well
too
done.
like.
I did get it, but it was out of you two first. I was like,
Metal. Oh gosh. You said cup. Oh, you
Yeah,
put
like
ice cream in a
ice
cup.
cream in a
That's the
cup
only
or a
reason I was
cone.
like, oh, I'm gonna
Yeah,
have to
we'll
go
do
with
one
straw.
more. All right, we'll play another one. All right, we're going to go again. I'm going to say fun.
Surfing.
Curly.
waste.
I'm going to say beach.
Strong.
I'm going to say short.
Leader.
Leader. Interesting. I'm going to say 9.
I'm gonna say puzzles.
I
we
love
go
like
one
to
more?
preface that when I said short, I meant short kick, and then I realized what that sounded like. Ooh, wow. Okay. Roberts Road.
Piper.
Can I not say that?
Blue.
Is that it?
Oh no, because I thought I had it, and then I reckon the imposter has picked up on what it is.
3, 2, 1, go.
Becky.
Gunj.
I got Gunj.
Yeah.
I was the imposter.
Yes, I knew it.
When did you pick up on it?
Lita got me right at the end, and then I was like, I'm just going to go for Nina. And then I was like, number 9.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I figured you picked up. When you said 9, I was like, yeah, she knows.
I reckon that's when I thought, I'm like, fun. Very generic.
Yeah.
Very generic.
But also a good one to start with.
Great one. Well
And then I
done.
said beach. That sort of half works for Nina.
And then after I said surfing, I'm like, beach. Because then you
Yeah,
try and
yeah,
catch
yeah.
one that you can jump off. Anyway, guys, that was great.
was great.
I'll take
Good
that
job.
as a win because I didn't get all of you
You
voting
didn't
for
have
me.
everyone.
I voted for you.
Well done, Webby.
Sir.
All right, Pipe. Well, thank you so much for coming on to Yeah, the Girls. We've loved having you. We've loved getting your insight. And we're so excited for that was just the first of many games to come. And you are such a fast learner. Clearly a student of the game, given that is your interest outside of football. But no, we're so excited for you. And thanks for coming on.
Thanks,
No,
Pipes.
Thanks for
Thanks,
having me.
Pipes.
Thanks,
See you
guys.
at training, Bebs.
Fast Twitch energy drink is from the makers of Gatorade, developed with over 100 milligrams of caffeine and electrolytes to help you physically start fast and focus the mind to get your workout ready. Available in cool blue, grape and strawberry lemonade. Proud sponsors of Yeah the Girls podcast.
Welcome back to Yeah the Girls podcast, brought to you by Gatorade's new Fast Twitch energy drink. Now, we had Piper on the show, which was awesome to hear from her and how she went just then. But let's get into our little award that we are now have come up with a name for our Yeah the Girls award at the end of the year. We spoke about it last week on the pod, what the award's going to involve and entail. And we did ask if anyone had some names that they wanted to name this award. But I do want to give a quick shout out to T, our S&C, because she had a good little idea. But sorry, T, we haven't gone with it. So, but yes, we had some great names. But we have finally decided on the name, and it's going to be the YTG's MV-Q Awards, so Most Valuable Queen.
Woohoo!
Now, we did talk about uplifting moments in this award, so let's get into our votes, girlies. So
Do we do 1, 2, 3? Should we vote? Our votes?
Yeah.
Oh, true. So then 3 is the most though.
Yes.
So we
Let's
go.
do
Yeah,
that.
All
yeah,
right.
yeah.
So we're each going to vote
For our
1, 2, 3.
Yeah, perfect. Do you want to start with your 1, 1, 1, and then
Yeah.
we'll go
We'll
through?
all start off with our ones.
Great.
G, you want to kick us off?
Yeah, I went for one vote was Bowie in her aerial contests up the ground. So she had some that I've already touched on at the start. So looking up, probably when we were gassed and we wanted a breather,
Yeah.
I just thought for me there was many moments where I went, oh, thank God, let's go. So that was my one vote.
I love doing these because I'm like, oh my God, there's so many moments in the
I
game.
know,
I
so
love
good.
it. My one vote was for Piper, our beautiful guest. She took some amazing marks in D50 in the last quarter, came back and was really strong. So she got one of my votes this week.
Awesome. And my one vote was also Bowie G for probably the exact same reasons. And she did a goal saving mark at the end, which saved our bums. So thank you, Bowie. One for you.
2 votes. If I start off, goes to our girl Meggie. The tackle that she had over on the far wing against O'Loughlin, was it?
Yeah.
Unbelievable. She just fully threw herself at it, but perfect technique, stripped the ball from her. So loved that. And little side shout out her, I think first spoil of the game.
I
Bang.
had to
Awesome.
say that as
Straight
well.
over the back. So 2
Lifted
votes
everyone.
for Meggie.
Love that. My 2 votes was for Bowie as well. I thought her game-saving marks in the end, I think it was fourth quarter.
Yep.
Fourth quarter was exceptional, but she fought all day, was up the ground, and she had many of moments. So shout out to you, Bowie. 2 votes go to you.
And my 2 votes was Julia Crockett-Grills. I think she was awesome all day, her transition run. She actually played a fair bit in as almost full forward pretty much. So to kick 2 goals as well, but she didn't insane run from pretty much the top of our D50 and all the way and got a goal. So awesome work. 2 votes for you, JCG.
And rounding out our 3 votes, for me, if I think of a game saving, what am I saying? Team lifting moment, I couldn't go past. It's actually replayed in my head because I was running directly behind her. Nina, that first smother up the, what was it? It sort of was the top of our D50, but
Yep,
over
I
by the
remember that
boundary. And she did a gut run to even get to that point, fought, and then literally threw herself and did this elite smother that the sound echoed through the stadium. So well done, Neens. That was super
Awesome,
team
Neens.
lifting.
We love that. My 3 votes, which I'm sure is similar to Gunji's, was our girl, Georgie Rankin. Dal, you played an absolutely amazing game for us in defence. Your talk was elite all day. You kept us connected. Your composure, your marking ability. But for me, the moment was your D50 tackle. It was in the fourth quarter. We were all gassed, running back to goal, and you just saved a goal for us. And it was just
saved a goal and set up a goal because I...
Do you know what? We just go with the save the goal part.
We saved the goal. And we're trying to take it on after that. So
Yeah,
there is no hard feeling in that. But Dal, you had an amazing game and your 3 votes were definitely well deserved.
Yeah, and as you said, Becky, my 3 votes are also our very own Gigi. Exactly what Becky said. I think one of your areas that you've been really working on is your contested marking, and I thought you were bloody unreal. And you took so many intercept marks and you just played with such strength and confidence, and I just loved watching you be out there and kill it pretty much. So great start for you, G.
Thanks,
but that's
girls.
another 3 votes in the bag. So I've been doing the running leaderboard while you've all been having a chat.
Calculating that then.
So we'll start off in equal, I think it's 4th place, is Meg and Croc, both on 2 points each. In 3rd place, we've got Neens on 3 points. In 2nd place, we've got Bowie on 4. And then in 1st place is our girl G on 6.
What a great start to
Great
this.
start. So you are
Thanks,
queen for the
girlies.
week, Gigi.
Well done,
for the
darling.
week.
For the week.
Love that. Well, we can't get a little clip of you handing me something, but we'll
Yes.
have a clip in future when we do get around to our YTG's MV-Q.
We'll get a photo with G. Yeah. And we're going to give him, I reckon, a little crown.
Yeah.
We love that.
Crown the queen.
Crown the queen.
Alrighty,
Amazing.
girls. Lovely to wrap up that game. We'll have a quick little break and then roll into our game against Adelaide this weekend.
Fast Twitch, a new energy drink from Gatorade. Start fast with 0 sugar, over 100 milligrams of caffeine and electrolytes. Are you ready to hit the twitch? Available in cool blue, grape and strawberry lemonade. Proud sponsors of Yeah the Girls podcast.
All right, guys, welcome back to the Girls, brought to you by Gatorade's new Fast Twitch energy drink. We are just doing a quick, preview rolling into Adelaide this weekend.
Round 2.
Yes.
I know we say it all the time, but I love going on away trips with you girlies. It's always
Same.
the best. Get to have a little
So
time away
fun.
together.
And
Always-
Adelaide's beautiful.
Yeah.
it's great.
We do love Adelaide.
We
go to
get
the
to go there
Botanic
quite a
Gardens.
bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The markets?
The markets.
The markets.
So good.
Yeah.
But we're keen.
Yeah.
We're
We are there to
keen
play footy as
Adelaide.
well, so.
Obviously.
Sunday the 24th, 3:05 Vic time and 3:35 Adelaide time if you're over there.
2:35.
Sorry, 2:35. Did I say 3:35?
We took a while to get there, but that's what we're going with.
No, we're super excited to play them. They played St Kilda on the weekend and they definitely have some vulnerabilities that we can pick apart. We're super excited, as we said, against North, that we want to improve our ball movement this week. Hopefully, like the weather and the pressure, we'll be able to sort of be composed and use our strengths around inside to out, which will be great.
Yeah.
But
They'll
yeah,
definitely be coming back firing, I think, obviously coming off the loss against St Kilda. And we spoke about that in our divisional meeting, that they are very experienced, very strong side. So we'll look to find those gaps for sure, but we're definitely prepared that we know that they'll come back firing after a loss.
And if you are hanging around until Sunday to watch some footy, we've got the men's game on, their last round for the season, on Saturday at 4:15 p.m. at the MCG against the Richmond Tigers. So some great footy to watch before they kick off their finals campaign. And hopefully we can secure another win and secure second spot, I think, or first even. I don't even know, but 1 or 2 would be great.
It's definitely buzzing around the place, and we're excited to hopefully get on the winning list
board.
as well as they are. So I actually don't believe we've ever won against Adelaide either.
No.
So it'll be
Another
awesome to
challenge.
play a great challenge, and we've always matched them very well as well. So keen to have a good hit out against them on Sunday. But tune in once again, guys. Thanks for joining us for Yeah the Girls. We're super excited to be back again this year, and it's been a great few episodes so far. But thank you to Gatorade for their new Fast Twitch energy drink. And we'll see you guys next week.
See you
Thank
then.
you.